How are you? Down what? You sure? Because I couldn't hear Dickie that well, that's why. But I have a much better voice, don't I? And a lot stronger. Is that what it is? Okay. So you want the mic down? Just a tad. All right. But I do have a better voice than Dickie, don't I? Come on. Is that better? Yeah. You sure? Because I want everybody to hear me all the way in the back, Mitch. You know, I don't want them to miss a single magical note that I'm going to sing. Brian, can you hear me back there? Can you really? Okay, that's Brian Lawley. He works for a good friend of ours, company called Pharmacal. Thank you, bud, for coming out. We appreciate it. So, let me see what we got here. I'm going to dedicate this to Mitch's wife. This evidently is one of her favorite songs I've written, and it's always nice that somebody has a favorite song. So, this is weird. One of those things that if you don't know much about songwriting, one of the things that you do sometimes is if you have a hook, which is the title of the song, you kind of write backwards from it. So the chorus says something opposite about what the verses are, as you will see here in just a second. Ready? Found some boxes in the back of a closet she forgot or maybe left behind. Clothes she hadn't needed, books she'd finished reading, and a shoebox marked forever and all time. My hands were shaking as I opened it up, and there were little reminders of someone I loved. There was a single red rose all dried up and faded, a Valentine heart that I'd made out of paper, and a card that I'd sent her saying I love you, in ink just as red is the lipstick she used to write I'm out of here, here on the mirror. And since the night she left, I still can't stand the cover red. Come on, that's a great hook. Give me some applause. Yeah! Jesus, you don't hear a hook like that very often, do you? Started drifting to the moment she whispered that she loved me more than life itself. And what's killing me is knowing wherever she was going, she's probably saying that to someone else. I didn't search any further, I was scared of what I'd find. But before I closed that box, I looked for one last time at that single red rose all dried up and faded, a Valentine heart that I'd made out of paper, and a picture of us standing there on the beach. Yeah, the sun was as red the tail lights I see when I go to sleep won't let go of me. And since the night she left, I still can't stand the cover here. Let's do that chorus one more time, because that's just a fabulous hook. Yeah! There was a single red rose all dried up and faded, a Valentine heart that I'd made out of paper, and a card that I sent her saying I love you, and ink just as red as the lipstick she used to write I'm out of here on the mirror. And since the night she left, hey, since the night she left, what? I still can't stand the parade.
Yeah!
Yeah, you don't get hooks like that very often. I just don't know if you fully appreciated that or not. Start over?
Yeah, start over.
You mean start that whole song over?
No, from the start of the show.
Oh, not a chance. Not.
Okay.
What do you think of that one? That's one note that's one that nobody's ever heard, to be honest with you, except Mitch and his lovely wife. So, I've got a cabin up in the woods, and we do a lot of co-writing in Nashville, as you would suspect. But I have no life, so when I'm up in my cabin by myself, I tend to write songs by myself. So
That's good.
how good, huh? Yeah. And it's me. I've got about, you know what? I've got a family of foxes. I live out in the woods. I've got a family of foxes, and I've got some groundhogs, and one of them lays on my deck. He's 40 pounds. Has anybody ever seen a 40-pound groundhog? Yeah, I don't tell anybody up there where I live because they'll come shoot him and eat him. So, what was I going to play here?
Muskrat Love.
Something about a groundhog. Hang on here.
Free bird.
Free bird. Oh, you know what? I'll do this. A friend of mine just passed away. Older gentleman. His name was Larry Henley. And he wrote "Wind Beneath My Wings." That's, you know, if you write that song, that's about all you need to write. You know, I don't know how many times it's been cut, but I wished I had something like that. But at parties, he'd always request this song. This was somehow one of his favorite songs that I wrote. So before I left, I told his girlfriend that I'd dedicate this to Larry. So Larry, if you're listening, buddy. This goes out to Larry Henley. Now this old ground's hot as granite. Nothing grows if you plant it. Just 40 acres that broke my daddy's heart. He and Mama both passed on, but sometimes when the week's been long, I just come out here, stare up at the stars. I pull up Daddy's old rocking chair and listen to the cool wind blowing through the cottonwood trees, rushing water rippling over rocks in a creek, and a whippoorwill singing good night as the moonbeams light up the sky, and there's a faint whistle from a southbound train, fireflies dancing on a window pane as I sit back and close my eyes, yeah, and rock myself to sleep to a front porch lullaby. First thing I always do when I get here is kick off my shoes, walk down to the pond, skip a couple stones. And even though she's with the Lord, I always open that old screen door and I lean in. You know what? I screwed that second. Larry, forgive me here because I can do that second verse so much better. Watch, ready? So. Well, he's listening. Or he's listening. I'm not sure which. Well, yeah. Either way, Larry, I messed up that second verse, and by God, we're going again now. The first thing I always do when I get here is kick off my shoes, walk down to the pond, skip a couple stones. And even though she's with the Lord, I open that old screen door and I lean in to say, Mama, I'm home. And I get an easy kind of feeling listening to the cool wind blowing through the cottonwood trees, rushing water rippling over rocks in a creek, and a whippoorwill singing good night as the moonbeams light up the sky. And there's a faint whistle from a southbound train, fireflies dancing on the window pane as I sit back and close my eyes, yeah, and rock myself to sleep to a front porch lullaby. And there's a faint whistle from a southbound train, fireflies dancing on the window pane as I sit back and close my eyes, and I rock myself to sleep. Yeah, I rock myself to sleep to a front porch lullaby. To a front porch lullaby. Thank you very much. So, Larry, there you go. I think that stupid song he wrote was, he had bank commercials.